All right. So I've got some new subscribers. I'm up to 44 now, which is pretty cool. I almost forgot about tonight. I had the day off, worked out, walked some laps, had a long conversation with my roommate. Then after a shower, I was ready for bed, um, but not quite yet. So I've been thinking a lot about framing, like actively playing a role in like shaping your perception of things and yourself. I heard a guy, Alex Hermosi, talk about something he calls the grandfather frame. And that's basically like pretending you're 80 years old and you've come back to you at 30. And imagine how grateful you would be for everything, for your health, for your mobility, for to be happy to be, in the job you're in and single and, certain other things. And that's something that I've done for a long time, anyways. And so to hear somebody else say it and have a word for it, I thought was pretty cool. And it made me think about certain other frames I have, certain other ways I try to use references or like relative other experiences, to be grateful. One of which is people ask like, well, how can you work 6 hours or 6 days a week and not get burnt out or this or that? And I think about, imagine that you were like a prisoner of war in Soviet Russia or whatever, and you knew like, okay, I'm going to work sun up to sundown every day until I die. And then you were taken away from that and brought to America and told, hey, now you get like a day off every week or every 2 weeks. Um, and instead of having to like use a sledgehammer to turn rocks into smaller rocks, you have to just be a beach lifeguard. Oh, and you get paid now. Uh, and it makes me feel like a bitch to have the attitude of like, oh, I'm so tired, I need a day off. And I don't know really where I'm going with this, but I can remember a long time ago being angry or being a little bitch about something, and people saying like, well, look at the bright side, or think about it like this, and me thinking like that they were wrong, that if things are bad you should look at them bad and you should be unhappy, but you have nothing to gain from doing that. No matter how miserable your circumstances are, how you frame things, you can choose to be happy. There are people, who were in actual prisoner of war camps, like Dostoevsky, who were, I'm not going to say even happy, but content and not miserable by any means. So take that as you will. I ran 5 miles last night, a little slower. This was a 48:12. I also was talking to a guy about this 10K that's coming up and learned that it's like part of it is on the road and then part of it is on like wooded running trails and then part of it is on the beach in the soft sand. So that sucks, and it's going to really affect my time. Me having the idea that I will finish, you know, uh, and get like a 55, which is what I've been training and hoping for. On a treadmill, I think I can do. On this, maybe not. So I think a more realistic goal is to just finish under an hour. But regardless, it's going to be over, and I can just go back to really focusing on weight training, because taking a couple days off to run and not get a pump sucks. I'm going to take my GoPro to work for the first time tomorrow, and I'm going to start compiling footage. And when you see a bunch of cool shit, you'll see it. That's it. That's all I got. Good night.